Hello everybody, I'm Tekasaju, and today we're going to learn about the Lerk. The Lerk is the third alien life form in Natural Selection 2, and it's pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of the Lerk. So, the Lerk is the third alien life form. Like I said, it costs 30 personal resources to evolve into. It has 125 health and 50 armor or carapace as of this latest patch, build 232. That changes fairly often, but so it's pretty weak. More armor and health than a skulk, but it's not difficult to take a Lerk down if you can hit it. The difficulty, though, is hitting it because the Lerk can fly. That's what the wings are for. Those are not vestigial wings. So, we're going to learn about Lerk movement, Lerk attacks, basic Lerk tactics, and advanced Lerk movement, and we're also going to stare at this thing. It's so hypnotic. Look at it bobbing its head. Okay, first thing to learn, the Lerk's attacks. Your first attack, chomp. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. Your first attack is a bite. It takes some timing your bite. It takes some practice timing your bite when you're flying around and stuff. But other than that, it works basically the same as the skulk bite. You can bite marines with it. The secondary attack on your bite is spikes. These are hit scans, so they'll go where you're aiming automatically. You have infinite spikes. Oh, sorry, I don't want to hurt you. You're so adorable. This will do minimal damage. It's good for strafing runs against marines, pissing them off, hitting their buildings from far away, but it doesn't do a huge amount of damage. Your second attack, if you hit 2, is an spore cloud. Your secondary attack is still spikes when you have spore cloud selected, but your primary attack leaves a trail of spores in your wake. And they're nice and green on your screen. On a marine screen, it's like a poisonous, toxic cloud of gas that they can't see through, and it also hurts them. So if you get this stuff on a marine, they will take damage while they're standing in it, so they have to leave or die, neither of which are very fun for a marine. Your third attack, the commander has to research this for you. Your third attack is Umbra. Again, if you select it, your secondary fire is still spikes. And Umbra, when you fire it, it sends out this orange cloud, and while anything in this orange cloud is protected, and by protected I mean 50% of the marine bullets fired at it will not hit. So, see this little orange cloud? If a marine fires 50 bullets at this, only 25 will do any damage. The other 25 will fade into nothingness. This will be, what's the word? A flamethrower will stop this from working. It will be... There's a word to describe that. But, yeah, if you get flamethrowered while you're in an Umbra, or the Umbra will go away. But that's very useful. It's extremely useful for supporting an Onos, for example, because it gives the Onos basically double the life, because it takes twice as many bullets to kill the Onos. So that's helpful. So now we'll learn basic Lerk movement. The Lerk can walk around on the ground, but honestly, I cannot think of any reason for the Lerk to ever do this. You hit the spacebar and you'll flap your wings. You hit the spacebar twice and you'll flap your wings twice, and if you keep hitting the spacebar, you will keep flapping. And then you can use your movement keys to fly around the level. So while you're flapping, you just aim your mouse, and you can go wherever you want to. Your strafe buttons will sort of strafe you through the air. I'm not sure how often expert Lerk players use those. I mostly just aim where I want to go. You can use the strafe buttons for very minor course corrections. So you don't have to keep flapping your wings. If you hold spacebar, you'll glide through the air. So right now I'm holding spacebar. And if you're gliding and you aim down, you'll gain speed. And so diving is a good way to gain speed. And if you're gliding and you aim up, you'll lose a bit of speed depending on how up you are aiming. And so you see I'm going slow, and then let's dive down, and I go fast, and I go slow, and I go fast. I go slow and I go fast, and you get the picture. So you can add in a few flaps here and there, get up to sort of a good speed, and then glide around. If you hold shift, you roost. Just go to any surface, hold shift, and you'll stick to the surface. And that's pretty cool. You can just hang out here as long as you want. You don't have to hold shift, you just hit shift once, and then you'll cling on until you leave. And that's pretty great for doing all sorts of shenanigans, because you can just chill out wherever you want to do and fire spikes at people. So that's basic Lerk movement, and that's pretty much advanced Lerk movement too. Mostly it just comes down to getting used to this and timing your bites. Basic Lerk tactics. So you're definitely a hit and run support sort of alien. You'll fly in, chew on some marines. If you got a spore cloud, you'll want to leave a spore cloud behind you and then get out of there before the Marines hit you. If you take damage, you're pretty much going to die pretty fast, so get out of there and then go back in and do the same thing, bite up and stuff. If the Marines are trying to set up in some place and your teammates are attacking them and you want to support your teammates, go in, drop an acid cloud, and then just chill out on the side, firing some spikes, something like that, so you can be a big annoyance to the Marines while you're just hanging out and firing some spikes. And then during the big attacks, if your commander has researched it, drop an Umbra, go in, drop some gas, then go in either biting people or chill out on the side with your spikes. So you're definitely a support alien, and you're a quick hit-and-run alien. I would leave the resource towers to the skulks usually while they're chomping them down, but if you see a skulk chomping down a resource tower, maybe you can just come by, bite a few times, and then leave. So that's what the Lerk is good for. You need to use your mobility to stay alive, and pretty much attacking the Marines when they can't fight back, so whenever you have an escape path, which is pretty much all the time, is what the Lerk is good at. So drop some acid, drop some, what's it called? Drop some spores on the Marine phase gates, drop them on the Marine infantry portals, drop them by the armory, and you'll be having good time in no time. So this was recorded in build 232. I think I already said that, so if anything changes, blah blah blah. And if you enjoyed this, then I'm glad. If you didn't, then go jump off a cliff. Bye! And I remembered one more thing. We have to talk about the upgrades. So Celerity and Adrenaline pretty much go for Celerity. Adrenaline is nice for dropping more spores and dropping more Umbras, but basically Celerity is much better because your survivability is all about your mobility, and Celerity obviously makes you more mobile, so go for that. Silence, Camouflage. Camouflage is basically useless. You're never going to stay still. So get Silence, I guess. You'll be a weird silent bat creature. Carapace or Regen. Regen's pretty great because you're going to want to retreat from base to, or from a fight to heal up, so obviously much better than flying back to the hive is just to grab regeneration, go roost on a ceiling or something. But obviously Carapace is fairly good because it will give you more survivability, so try them both out, find out which one you like, and if you don't like either, then maybe you shouldn't be playing the Lerk in the first place. So yeah, that's everything. Bye.